Hey, welcome to the Marketing Checklist ViewCast. We're Sharon and Hank Yuloff from Yuloff Creative Marketing Solutions. When you're looking to solve those sales, those marketing, those human resources challenges, or just for an accountability, we are the small business coaches that you call.
On this ViewCast, you will meet and learn from successful entrepreneurs who are out there making it happen right now.
Yep, here's how it works. With every episode, we send the same questions to our guests. That way, when you're watching several episodes, you start to see the pattern, how it works, and you can expect to know what you're going to learn from these successful people. Here's the kicker. The interview is just 7 minutes, 21 seconds long. It's our wedding anniversary.
That is our wedding anniversary, indeed.
So why don't you get us started? We do introduce our guest. Actually, we love our guest today. So I've been looking forward to this interview for a bit.
Our guest today is Joe Tancula from Alignable, one of our favorite platforms to be on every day.
Yep. If you come to our webinars talking about social media and such, you're going to hear about Alignable, and now you get to hear from Alignable. Well, one of the team members on Alignable. So there we go.
All right, Joe, welcome in. Keeping in mind that we only have a 3-story building, what is your elevator story?
Yeah, no, well, I just want to thank you really quickly for having me. I've never been so excited to chat with anybody in my life as I get when I see you two are on my calendar. So thank you so much. No, my story is pretty simple. I'm super creative. I have a passion for go-to-market and sales, and together those kind of have put me in a position to grow the ad products at Alignable, which is actually much more than just an ad platform, but it's a social network for small businesses. So
well, I think we're all getting used to the fact that all of those platforms do have ads. So we might as well investigate and see if they're going to work for our business.
Couldn't agree more.
So since Alignable is more than just ads, give us a little bit more. What's Alignable really all about?
Alignable is really about the fact that small businesses have traditionally been denied the tools, the networking capabilities, just the ability to meet another small business has been extremely difficult. So Alignable is about closing the gap between small businesses, allowing people to harness the tools that have traditionally been for bigger businesses, allowing them to connect with other small businesses, seek mentors, learn from others, and really just create a community that can connect around being a successful small business.
Okay. You kind of already answered the next one, but in case you have more to say, why should our listeners flock to you?
This is probably the most unique time in Alignable's history to join. We have 2 new products coming out that are probably more valuable than every other product we've ever come out with combined, that really allow you to connect on a much deeper level, with much more longevity than ever before. I think everybody saw Alignable as a social media, and it was treated like that by many people. But today, we're really turning it into the networking platform for small businesses to learn, grow, and connect.
Excellent. All right, on that line, what tips could you give to our listeners?
I'd say it's getting out of your comfort zone is the top one by far. Just a quick lesson from that. Nobody had talked to people who were advertising for a while, and that's what I did, and that's why we've seen some success in the past few months, is just talking to people. That was really hard. A lot of people don't want to cold call people and just ask, how's it going? What can I do? How can I help? What's going on? So getting out of your comfort zone, setting goals. I'm going to talk to 100 people this week. I'm going to have 100 conversations. I'm going to make sure 10 of those are fruitful. And I'm going to do that every week for 12 weeks. I think getting out of your comfort zone, doing things that kind of stretch you, and then setting hard goals and sticking to them. Whenever I talk to businesses who are saying they're stagnating, generally I ask how they're doing against their goals, and that's usually where it breaks down, or their goals are only what they're good at. So setting goals that are outside of your comfort zone, I think, is really the ultimate key. Those people who are successful do that.
We teach our clients to expand their comfort zone.
Perfect.
What's an amusing job title for you, Joe?
I thought about this one a lot. Therapist for small business owners. I talk to 20 to 50 people a week, and ultimately it's hearing all of the things that are going wrong and not going right. And so being able to listen and prescribe steps forward is actually really what I do on a daily basis.
You know, we probably we could probably use the word therapist. We prefer to use the word accountability partner for our client. We don't
Well,
want
you
our
guys are marketers.
yeah, we
you
don't
make it
want our
sound better.
clients to say I have a therapy appointment. We want them to say I have a coaching call.
So it does turn into counseling. Yes. What are the most common questions that people ask you, Joe?
People don't understand Alignable. I think that's the biggest thing. They get on to the platform and they say, I messaged 40 people and I didn't get a client. You know, it's been a week, I haven't gotten a client. So I think the biggest question is, how can I make Alignable work for me? Or what can I use? What tools can I use to get ahead or to grow? And typically I always start with, are you looking for referrals or are you looking for clients? I think generally that's where I start. It's usually by asking them a question, but the biggest question is, what tools can they use to get ahead? And typically any tool that connects you to either your ideal customer or your ideal referral partner is optimal. Alignable is great for both, but really it's up to you. I think when it comes to small business, there's such a wide spectrum. So it may not be for you, but typically what I say is use a tool that connects you with your ideal referral partner or client.
Yeah, well, one of the tools I would use if I was you, if you know, we are an Alignable. Get into some of the groups and be a connector. If you want to get business, why don't you help somebody you meet in one of the groups get business? You know, who do you know? Who can you refer to them? Because that's the quickest way to get them to want to refer back. Be a human on a social media platform. Just a marketing tip there.
I love that, being a human. I think is really important.
And that's why Sharon is on Alignable more often than I am.
You're not human? You feel human?
No.
What's the most unexpected thing that you've encountered in your business, Joe?
Everybody, you know, I think for the majority of my career, everybody, bosses, investors, clients, everybody wants to grow, scale, automate, grow, scale, automate. But nobody wants to do the work that's required to understand how to do those. So when I was talking about stepping outside your comfort zone, before you can scale to 40 customers, 50 customers, you know, if you're at 5, you need to deeply understand those customers. And so that's what I did early on with Alignable advertising was talking to people, creating a manual process, something that's never going to scale. Just do it. Do things that don't scale is a pretty widespread recommendation for small businesses, because you can't prescribe your next steps until you deeply understand what the obstacles are and where your market is. And I think that's typically the part that people want to skip. And yet it's absolutely the most important part.
So what's your favorite tool to get your job done?
You know, I think I'm going to nerd out.
Cool.
Inbox zero email. I deal with, like I said, I typically talk to between 20 and 50 small businesses in a week, and then a handful of partners, not to mention all of our employees. I'm hiring right now, so I have that going on, candidates. So inbox zero is really important. I was realizing I was letting emails slip like crazy, wherein everybody has way too many tools now. Inbox on Facebook, inbox on Alignable, LinkedIn, they've got email, everything across the board. Now you have internal communication, Slack and Teams. And so I use an email app called Spark, which helps me just do inbox zero, and I never forget an email. Fortunately, I don't forget it. What happens is now I might not get back to people as quickly as I'd like, but I don't forget it. And so I think the anxiety around like, what am I dropping? What ball have I dropped? Who have I not gotten back to? I think that's really been taken care of by Spark, mainly because they allow me kind of to snooze, to keep it up. The ultimate goal is inbox zero, where you're taking care of all of your emails. And sometimes it takes days to do that, but ultimately you do get through them. And I think that's been really good for my mental health.
What 4-letter word best describes you and what you do in business?
I thought about this one a lot too. And if you Google 4-letter words, careful. GAIN, G-A-I-N, is the word that I would best describe our business, and about myself. Why we talk about Givers Gain is like, I think that's a BNI slogan, but
yes,
essentially what
trademark BNI.
Trademark. Yeah. We'll make sure to give them credit. Hank, you had mentioned being a human. I equate it to being, say you're new in a neighborhood. You're not going to walk up, knock on a door, or just break into the door and say, will you be my friend, to somebody? Well, it's just a weird way to do it. You might bring them a gift first. You might engage them in conversation on something that's you have similar. Oh, we both have Lincolns. We both drive a Lincoln. That's interesting. Whatever it is, just connecting with people through a shared experience or through giving. And so I think ultimately being able to generate to gain business, you kind of need to give first. So I think that's kind of why I landed on gain.
Okay. What about what you do makes you the most happy?
Talking to people. I think there's a measure of whether you're introverted or extroverted, and that measure is like, does it give you energy or does it sap your energy to talk to people? It gives me energy to talk to small businesses, especially because I understand so many of the obstacles that they're going through. I can talk to a really wide range of types of businesses, from a general contractor to a therapist. And also I use the word therapist because that makes it sound like I'm more expensive. That's why I use that title. But talking to people, talking about their passions, their obstacles, their goals, it gives me life.
And what did you learn in nursery school that you use in your job now?
Be kind and empathetic. That's the only thing that really ends up mattering from day to day. If somebody's rude to me, it ruins my day. I had somebody be like really nasty to me a week ago, really aggressive and hostile, and it like ruined. It was like 48 hours I thought about it, and it just ruined my week. It just sinks your heart. It's terrible. So just being kind and expecting that in return, I think, is foundational.
Joe, I am so happy you've been on the show with us today. Thanks for coming on.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Is there a number one fantasy lead we could deliver to you?
Somebody who's just passionate about building their small business and loves to network, wants to talk to people, wants to cultivate relationships, and is passionate about that. And is passionate about their business. I want to hear about your business. So that's a ton of fun too. So somebody who's passionate about building their small business.
Okay. And how did this become your calling? How did you know? Because I'm pretty sure 6-year-old Joe was thinking, yeah, I want to run the advertising for a social media thing that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, it's actually in my diary. That exact line you just wrote, Hank.
Really well done. There's going
I'd
to
really
be an
appreciate it if you
internet
stopped
thing.
talking to my mom so much. But I didn't know this would be my calling at all. And it's really a crazy sequence of events. I think that's what happens when you're doing something you love. Ultimately chase something you love, and ultimately you're going to be doing what you love. So I think your hobbies become your passions become your career. So yeah, I never would have predicted it. A handful of years ago, I was trying to build a blanket business. Before that, I was trying to make it as a writer. And today I head up the ad products at Alignable. So just do what you love, keep doing it, and it'll work out.
He was in the blanket business, but there were too many cover-ups going. No, I'm not going to go there. That's not going to happen. All right. So you're a joint venture kind of person. Our next to last question has to deal with joint ventures. Who do you want to be connected to? Who would be listening that are your favorite joint venture kind of people?
Yeah, if you identify with the Yuloffs, marketing agencies. I love talking to marketing agencies who are working with small businesses. I can send you leads. If you do web, I have a friend who's a web designer. I send him leads. Yeah, so if you're working with tons of small businesses, talk to me. Send me an email.
Okay, so
yeah.
Marketing agency or business coaches, which are what we are, right, Joe?
Or business coaches.
There we go.
Accountability coaches, not therapists.
Oh, that's all part of it. All right. Do you have an offer that you want to give that's going to get everybody to wind up their keyboard and hit enter on an email?
Yeah, actually, all of November we are offering $500 in ad credit. $500 in ad credit for the entire month of November, sorry, until the 1st of December.
Okay, so if you're watching this in 2024, you lost out. Sorry.
Well, November 2024, maybe it'll still work.
So no matter when you watch this, reach out to Joe, tell him you saw him on the ViewCast and poke him. Say, you said maybe 2024, so I'm reaching out to you. It'll work. Then replay this part of the interview for me. All he can say is no.
We don't ask. The answer's no.
Exactly. All right, bring us home, babe.
Cheers.
What? No. Oh, so
Oh.
we've gotten to the end,
Yes.
as we do for all of them. So thanks for being on. Remember, hey folks, Joe, I think you are the absolute bestest interview we've had this week. It is a Monday, so
At noon.
at noon. So hey, well done. We're huge fans. If y'all, if you're watching, you can't tell, we are huge fans of Alignable. I think it's an amazing platform, and can generate a lot of revenue for you, and you can have a lot of fun on it as well. So make sure you connect and get on Alignable, and
you can find Joe on
Yeah.
Alignable. You can connect with him on Alignable, send him a message. Easy.
Yep. Connect with us. Tell us you saw this interview, and Sharon will help you. Sharon will pretty much do your profile for you.
With you.
Or she'll send you a video that talks to you and tells you how to get it.
And make sure that you connect with us at howtogettherefaster.com.
Yep, at howtogettherefaster.com. You can sign up for your own free 30-minute Get Your Business Focused call. We hear back from small business owners that take advantage of that. Call was worth at least $10,000 in immediate increased sales or savings to their bottom line. We'll make your business better real fast.
And if you would like to be on the Marketing Checklist ViewCast as well, make sure you let us know when you connect with us at howtogettherefaster.com.
Yep, remember, if everything happens for a reason,
Be the reason things happen.
see you next time, everybody.